When you're setting up your course for the first time and get to the content area, you have two options. So remember, whenever you're setting up a new course, set up your gradebook for it first. It's just going to be easier. So when you get to the content area, you have two design options. And with those two design options, you also have basically like two views of how your students would look at it. So how do you know which one to use? So right now, you're in what's called the new content experience. And the new content experience, there's more flexibility in design, but it has a higher learning curve. And sometimes, it takes a little while to take advantage of some of those new features. The classic content experience is what we're going to switch to in a minute. It kind of gives you a standard layout, which easily allows you to create your weeks or modules and your submodules, and it's an easier transition for a lot of users. Another advantage of the classic content experience is you can design anything there. If you want to switch to the new content experience, easy enough to do, and I'll show you how to do that at the end. And so you can also switch back, but for now, let me just show you how to switch to the classic experience. So as an instructor, right here, you're going to have a little drop down only on the content area. Just remember, nothing else changes up here. And so I'm going to turn off the new content experience. Just give it whatever reason you want. And so the first thing that you're presented with is sometimes you might be asked to do a table of contents right here. And so I have a lot of other videos about how to import courses. So you could do it from here, but probably not. But I'm going to start by adding a module. And I'm just going to call this week 1 and week 2. And I'm not going to get in all the design features. I just want you to see sort of what this layout looks like. And so if I go back to week 1, I can write a description in here of week 1. I can start adding content, but I'm going to add a couple of modules. I'm just going to add 3 days of the week. Monday, if I had a lot of content, I'd definitely want days of the week. But if you don't have a lot of content and assignments, maybe put everything just under week 1 and Friday. There we go. And so, I could add stuff inside Monday right here, but I'm going to click on Monday over here. And I could add a description to Monday right here. If I just wanted to add, here's 3 documents that students need to grab, I'm going to just upload those files. And I know this is all really quick, because I'm just trying to explain sort of what it looks like. And in here, same thing. I can, create an assignment, something that I haven't created yet. I'll just call this paper 1. And of course, I've already created my gradebook. So I'm going to link it to the right category. And there's other videos showing how to do this. All right, so let me go back to the main page of content here. So now I just have 4 items underneath Monday. And if I want to know what does this look like to a student, so whether you're in the classic experience or the new experience, if I click on my names right here and view as learner, I'm going to go back to content. And so this is what it looks like to a learner. Right here, I have a course schedule, table of contents right here, kind of lays it out. Here's my week. I can click on Monday, Wednesday, even though I don't have anything in there. And then if I needed to switch back to me as the instructor, to get back to the editing piece, you just toggle your name and go back in. If I wanted to switch back to the new content experience, and you can go back and forth, I could just click there and I could turn it on. And that's a very quick overview of how to get to the classic content experience. Just remember that it creates a nice standard layout for you, and it might be like an easier transition and a place to start. Thank you and have a good day.